When you're outsourcing content creation to freelancers, the first thing you need to do is weed out unqualified candidates by tossing out everybody who fails to follow your instructions to the letter. It doesn't matter how well they may have been rated by other people. One of the problems with feedback on freelancer sites, or on places like Amazon or eBay for that matter, is that it's difficult to verify and hard to tell what's real and what's phony. When hiring freelancers, you don't have time to go back and check people's references the way you would if you were hiring a full-time employee to work for your business. In fact, one of the best things about using freelancers is that there are so many of them out there that you can always go back and get another one if it doesn't work out. The best way to find good, dependable people is simply to talk to them one-on-one, either on the phone, through video conferencing, or even through email. Ask a lot of questions, such as what type of software they use, how long they expect each job to take, and how many other jobs they'll be doing at the same time. You want to get rid of the people who give you evasive answers. These will be pretty obvious, or who hint about knowing trade secrets. What you want is to be able to see what they have done in the past in order to see if they have the skills you need for your job. Don't expect people to try out for you by providing free samples of their work, especially if they're experienced. Usually, you aren't going to be paying them enough to make it worth their time to work on spec. Instead, you should hire them for a smaller job and see how it goes. If you like what you see, they can meet your deadline, were courteous, and were reasonable to deal with, then you can give them something more complicated. That way, you don't have to risk a lot of money on somebody that may or may not work out. When you hire somebody for a job, regardless of how small or large it is, it's really important that you be very clear about what you want. Remember, many of the people you'll be dealing with may not be coming from the same background as you. A lot of freelancers actually live in third world countries or don't have the level of education that other people were fortunate enough to have. It's not always realistic to expect them to understand local idioms or get the gist of what you're trying to tell them. You have to be super specific and give examples. If you can set them up for success, not failure, you both will benefit from the experience. It's a good idea when talking to potential freelancer candidates to ask them to rephrase something you said in their own words. This is especially important for people who don't have English as their primary language. For example, say something like, "I want to give you a lot of opportunities to succeed and I value your time," and see how they can rebuild that sentence. One word of caution. A lot of freelancers will ask you to post a testimonial on their recruitment profile or leave positive feedback the moment they finish the job you assigned them. Sometimes freelancers will even ask you to pay them before you've even had the chance to review their work. Don't allow yourself to be bullied into doing either of these things. Don't forget, you're the employer in this situation and they are the employee. You're the decision maker. If you aren't completely satisfied with their work, send it back and have them do it again. It's also critical to check their work. If the job is a big task like backlinking, choose a few random links and run them through a backlink checker. Finally, if you aren't satisfied with the work or it isn't up to your expectations, go ahead and fire them. Get deposit back or cancel your contract. This doesn't make you a bad person, it just means you're a business person who is passionate about your product. It also doesn't make them a bad person either. There are many talented people who are having a bad day or a bad week. There probably won't be any hard feelings. And even if there are, so what? But it's important that you always act professional, sociable, and respectful. Even though internet marketing is literally a global enterprise, in many ways it really is a small world after all. If you act like a moron, or disrespectful, bigoted, or simply ignorant, you can earn a bad reputation that can be difficult to overcome. Respect others and others will respect you. If you enjoyed what you learned today, check back weekly for updated videos and lessons. Or better yet, click the subscribe link below to get more of these educational videos as they come out.